Today on the channel, we unbox Mattel Elite Series 85. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we unbox Mattel Elite Series 85, The Undertaker. I'm excited about this one. Longtime viewers of the channel, I sometimes get death threats, sometimes I get hate mail, sometimes neither of those really. But we talked about it a lot via Jack's unboxings, Mattel unboxings. The Undertaker historically is not one of my favorite performers. I know it's sacrilegious to most. I know a lot of people love The Undertaker. But for me, I always tell the story. I was a huge Mean Mark fan back in WCW. That Heart Punch, that was my first foray into the Heart Punch. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I remember the old playground. We talk about the playground a lot. The old playground was all the talk about Mean Mark Callis and this massive Heart Punch. How can you punch somebody right in the heart and kill them? That's what's going to happen. Anyways, I loved Mean Mark, and then he went as The Undertaker. I was, 10, 11 years old when The Undertaker debuted, and it was just too hokey for me. I know what you're saying. Too hokey, but Ultimate Warrior's your favorite of all time. Hey, I don't know. I don't write the script. It's the script of my life. The Ultimate Warrior came when I was much younger, more excitable into that stuff. I wonder if The Undertaker, if The Ultimate Warrior would have came maybe 3 or 4 years later, would I have the same feelings for The Ultimate Warrior? I don't know. Moment in time, it all depends on your age, and I know a lot of people love The Undertaker. There's a lot of people my age that love The Undertaker. But especially if you were a couple years younger than me, you're probably all in on The Undertaker. He probably gives you the same Ultimate Warrior type feelings I get. But that being said, not a huge fan of the mystical dead man Undertaker, but I've talked about it on the channel before. When he went to Biker Taker, the American badass on the motorcycle, I was all in. I was eating it. I'd go to KFC. I'd get my spork. It was beyond a knife and a fork and a spoon. It was a spork. I was into it. I was all into The Undertaker. I loved that incarnation of The Undertaker, and I was so happy for this Boneyard match where he kind of went back to that a little bit. Obviously, he did. He was on the motorcycle for the fight. The fight, we'll call it, against AJ Styles. So I knew we'd have this figure eventually. There was too much money to be on the table. It is the toy business, after all. So this could be one of my favorite Undertaker figures in a lot of years. Undertaker went out with one of my favorite Undertaker matches ever, was that Boneyard match. I know it was kind of smoke and mirrors, a little bit movie-esque, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool, and I think the majority of the people out there enjoyed that match. So just interesting, as we've unboxed a lot of Undertakers on the channel over the last year. I mean, Walmart exclusives, Target exclusive, Elite line, and now we have another one. But like I said, I'm very excited for an opportunity to unbox the Boneyard Match edition of The Undertaker. That being said, we're going to do it like we normally do it. We're going to take a look at the packaging, talk about it, unbox it, talk about it, and see where it goes from there. So let's look at the packaging. We know it all too well by this point. Elite 85, you got The Undertaker's name down at the bottom. Elite logo, certified authentic, except in Canada is what I'm told. Got The Undertaker there. A lot going on with this Undertaker figure. I'm really interested to see what this one feels like and looks like outside of the package. He does come with his trusty shovel. You never know when he might have to bury somebody. Got an extra set of hands, and he also got that bandana, which I think really makes the figure. So there it is. You got the True Effects logo on the bubble there. You got WWE logo up top, and you got Elite 85 as well up there. Let's look at the side picture here. That's an interesting glamour shot, is it not? It must be a still from the match. Very weird with the blue background though. It just kind of looks strange, but it is what it is. You got the Elite logo down below, and then you got his stance from the match there. So there it is, Elite logo down below. And then, of course, the back of the package. You got the whole Elite 85 lineup down there. Elite logo at the very top, 85 at the top, Undertaker in the big writing, glamour shot, a little blurb on the back, and let's read that blurb. Let's see what it says about our pal, The Undertaker. From Death Valley. Weight 309 pounds, height 6'10". Woo, big boy, of course. Career highlights: WWE champion, world heavyweight champion, 21 straight WrestleMania win streaks, master of the Heart Punch in WCW. I might have added that. At the WrestleMania 36 Boneyard match, the Dead Man showed AJ Styles why he made a career out of taking souls and digging holes. Oh, beautiful. I love that copyright back there. Very, very cool. All right, giving it a once over. I see a little mark on his cheek, but it's not terrible. It's really the only issue I see, and that's nitpicky as nitpicky gets. Let's unbox it. Let's see what's doing with this Taker figure. Probably the most excited I've been for a Taker figure in a long time. See you later. Gosh, all the way back to Elite 50, what was that biker taker? 58, 59, 57, somewhere around there. That was an awesome figure. I like that one a whole lot. Then we got a SummerSlam biker taker figure. It came with the extra cane mask head. That one didn't really work a lot for me. I like this one, though. Looking at it right out of the package, it looks good. Have we seen this shovel before? Plastic Prison. A lot of accessories with that shovel. Have we seen that shovel? I don't think we have. I think we got a brand new shovel. First time in the line shovel. Gotta love that. All right, pull these extra hands out. You guys know what I say about the hands. I've said it enough. I won't say it again. Today, at least. See you later. I like it. One thing I love on the channel, we talk about it a lot. What does Kyle love in his figures? Yeah, we know. He likes big figures. He likes masked figures. He likes face-painted figures. And we've kind of added colorful tattoo figures as well. We'll probably get to that later in Elite 85. But I do like Taker. He's got the black and white tattoos for the most part, but he's got a little bit of color down here on the forearm, so I like that a lot. Taker is also a big figure. I like big figures. When I say big figures, that means tall, and that means big guys like Yokozuna as well. I like both of them. Different than the middle of the road. I think those are the more eye-catching, more toyetic type figures. So is this Taker as toyetic as, say, him in his true Undertaker garb that we know him in? When you first think of the Undertaker, you guys, even me, I think of Undertaker in, the purple hat and stuff like that. A lot of us think that. So I don't know what's more toyetic, but I like this one. I like this one a whole lot. It looks like this vest is not removable. I thought it would have the old kind of Polly Pocket punch-out type stuff, but it isn't. It is not removable. It looks like he's got kind of a black wife beater underneath. I'm sure somebody out there, it's not going to be me, might take the old scissors and cut this out just to see what they're dealing with. He does come with this shovel. Very interesting. It does break apart. That's cool. That's a neat feature. So you can bust this over somebody's head if you need to, and it'll break. So it is a pull-apart shovel. So very cool. 2 extra hands doesn't do a whole lot for me, especially. So I got hands. I hate them. I hate them and I love them. You got to have hands on your figures. Every time I see Undertaker, I want at least that right hand. I need it to be fisted. I need a fisted right hand, and I'll have to dig through my Undertaker spare parts. I got to think I have from one of those other biker takers, maybe a closed fist hand. He doesn't. He has basically 2 sets of open hands, like gripping hands. I don't even know what this hand is. It's almost like he's going to do a choke slam type hand. Double on this one. Maybe you put him on that slam cycle that came out. I don't know. Drives me a little crazy here, that's for sure. I don't know. So the vest is not removable. He doesn't have fisted hands, which just seems strange to me. Does he have the double? He does have double jointed there. Double jointed. The knees, they got a little bit more flexibility to him, which is nice. And I was going to say he's got the pinless joints in the arm. Not quite there yet for the Undertaker. He does not have the pinless joints. Very interesting. Very interesting here. I like this one, though. I got a little paint bleed here on the back of the jacket, but really not that noticeable. This is a very solid figure. You know what we need to do? We need to see, and I just thought of this right now, we need to see, does he fit on the Marvel Legends Punisher motorcycle? That's the granddaddy of them all for motorcycles. Let me grab it. Let's see if he fits on the Punisher cycle. All right, we're back, and we've got the 2020 Marvel Legend Figure of the Year, as voted by me at least. Punisher with his motorcycle. Target was usually where you could find this. You can find it at a few other online retailers, possibly Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. You might be able to still find this one if you're looking for it. Love this Punisher. Love this figure. But we're not going to talk about this Punisher figure. If you like it, you can probably find a video on my channel somewhere on it. Forgot, you got to put the bandana on the Taker, especially if he's going to be riding his bike. He's got to have that bandana on. Which way does it go? Yeah, I had it right. Okay. It fits good. I was going to say, it's not as tight as I'd like it, but it fits good. He looks good with the old bandana on. But how does he work with this all blacked out bike? Love this bike, like I said. Does Taker look good on it? Let's see. Let's get in there. Yeah, he's maybe a hair big, but I think this could work, really. Honestly, I think this could work. You know, you'll never have your scales perfectly in action figures. It's just never going to happen when there's just too much going on. But you know what? This ain't bad. This is not bad, guys. I think it looks all right. I think it definitely looks better than that goofy slam cycle. Look at that. I think that's all right. What do you guys think? If you want your Taker on a motorcycle, this might not be a bad choice out there, guys. Not bad at all. Looks pretty blacked out and everything else. I don't know. You guys tell me. Are you looking for a motorcycle for this one, or are you just good with the figure? I'm probably just good for the figure, but you know what? If somebody out there, I know there's Undertaker fans that want a motorcycle for their Taker, this one's not too shabby. I like this a lot. I like this look. And the hands, the gloved hands, you know, I want fisted hands, but at least one set of gloved hands fit perfectly to be able to grip the motorcycle. So there it is, the old Marvel Legends 2020 Punisher. You can still probably find that one if you search around good enough. Probably not much over retail. So if you want this, now's the time to pick that bad boy up. Let's see, does a Taker fit on a ringside collectible stand? Say it all the time, spend your money on your figures, not your stands. RingsideCollectibles.com, use discount code Kyle, save 10%. And of course he does. They're traditionally made for these elites, but they work for almost everything. Not too shabby, guys. I love it. You guys know I talked about at the top of the show. This is the kind of Undertaker figure I want. This is when I think of Undertaker. You know, honestly, I gotta be honest. When I hear Undertaker, I think of the Undertaker we all know and love. But my favorite incarnation of Undertaker still remains to be this type of Undertaker figure. Happy they made this from his moment in time. Obviously, this sounds like it's going to be his final match ever. We'll see if that's going to really be the case. But as of right now, this is the final match of Undertaker's career. You need that represented in figure form. Maybe down the line when he goes into the Hall of Fame, we'll get the Ultimate Warrior-esque Hall of Fame Undertaker figure. I could definitely see that happening. Be interesting what he would wear to the Hall of Fame. Will he wear a suit? Will he wear his biker outfit? Time will tell. We'll see what happens because you know he's going in the Hall of Fame. And it'd be really interesting if they did the Ultimate Warrior version of him in his Hall of Fame induction. If there was anybody else outside of Warrior, for guilty purposes, of course, I could see them making the Undertaker. So we'll see. Undertaker is toyetic. There's going to be more Undertaker figures to come. But will we get more Undertaker figures like this? Probably not. I foresee more Undertaker of his more popular attires. So if you really are looking for a biker Taker, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. I think this is going to be one of the top ones of the set, sales-wise, and I do think this will be one of the top ones in the set as far as review-wise. At the very end of the video, when I put them all together, my favorite to least favorite, I have to think this will be towards the top. But we'll see. Stay tuned all week and watch the final video when I rank them all together. So there it is, Mattel Elite 85, The Undertaker. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we continue our unboxings of Mattel WWE Elite Series 85. And today we continue on with Karrion Kross, one of the latest and greatest and first time in the line NXT superstar, but for how much longer? I have a feeling he might get called up to that main roster sooner than later, but it's really exciting whenever we get a first time in the line figure. Saw him a lot back in the day on the indies, and back in the day a couple years ago, as Killer Kross. He is now Karrion Kross. Obviously, he has a manager named Scarlett. We all know and love Scarlett. We do have 2 Scarlett figures as well as a Karrion Kross in the basic lineup coming here soon in the next couple of sets. Really can't wait for those Scarlett figures. I'm going to have both of those. You know we're going to have a lot of Karrion Kross figures. You would assume we will in the future. So it'll be really cool to have 2 different manager versions going with this Elite and his next Elite, whenever that may be. Hopefully, probably, most likely, sometime at the end of 2021 or maybe 2022, we'll get probably our next Karrion Kross Elite. But we're going to do it like we normally do it today. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. Then we're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. And then we're going to see where it goes from there. You never know what kind of twists and turns a review might take. But let me look at it first. I don't see any paint application issues on here. I love it. We got a soft goods jacket. I love that. Only thing that worries me a little bit is this chest. I don't know if there's a mold or, you know, everything always has a name. I don't know what the name is for this chest, but every once in a while, this chest on this body gets a little bit of a loose ab crunch, a little top heavy loose. So I hope that's not the case here. Would hate to have an issue with Karrion Kross first time in the line figure. All right, let's look at the packaging right here. Got the 85 logo up top. Got the WWE logo up top. True FX. Got 2 extra hands. We got the body, of course. We've got Karrion in there. We got his jacket. Certified authentic. Don't let anybody tell you differently. He's got a very sly, casual, out at the club look down here in the glamour shot. It looks like he's, out at the club, picking up some chicks. WWE Elite, Karrion Kross, Mattel logo. Looking very determined on the side, determined to score a date at the bar. That's what he looks like right there. Just oozing machismo like a young Razor Ramon. And this is more how I think of Karrion Kross. Little TikTok Karrion Kross right there. And you got the back there, a little dark glamour shot, same as the side. Got a little blurb, we'll read that. Got Karrion Kross in big letters. Elite, 85. You got the whole lineup down below. So there it is. So without further ado, let's open up this first time in the line, hot off the truck via Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%, as we always say. There it is. You got that cool background. I do really like that blue. It really pops. See you later. All right, how about a little plastic prison action? There he is. Ready to go, ready to throw down. All right, let's cut him out. Cut him out of the old plastic prison. Got the scissors. Knock the hands out, of course. Taped fists for days. See you later. And of course, see you later up high. Towards the sky. Get the rubber bands out of here. Goodbye. All right, let's fold this jacket out. Interesting jacket. I could see customizers saying, hey, I can improve upon this. I can use this for other people. I could use this maybe on Sting. I don't know. Black jacket. Pleather jacket, we'll call it. Extra hands, both gripping hands. You guys know I love fisted hands, and he's ready to fist. He's ready to fist. There's two open hands and two fisted hands are on him. Thankfully, oh yeah, that ab crunch is tight. Very tight. I absolutely love it. He's got a little bit of scuffing on his forehead. Maybe I can rub that out, possibly. We'll see. Paint looks great. You guys know I love me some masked wrestlers. I love me some face-painted wrestlers. I love some big wrestlers. But what's been newly added to the list, tattooed wrestlers, especially colorful tattooed wrestlers. Look at that sleeve on there. All kinds of color to it, right into the chest. And then, of course, the back as well. He's keeping the tattoo workers of the world employed, one tattoo at a time. I love this figure. I love the head scan on this. Just the mean muggingness to it. The teeth just open like that. A beautiful figure. At the very end of the videos, we always rank them in order from my favorite to least favorite. And I got to think he's going to be towards the top. Very solid debut, first time in the line here. I like it a lot. A lot of expression on this face. I think, yeah, that buffs out. I think there's a few little paint scuffs, we'll call them. But every single one I'm seeing, I'm being able to rub out with just my finger, which is nice. He does got a white line on the back of his head. I don't know if that'll come out. I don't know if it would come up on the camera or not. Got Kross on the side of his trunks there. A bit plain, but it works. It works for him. Now, how hard will it be to get this jacket on him? Sometimes harder, sometimes not hard. I always feel like I'm helping my kids with their Barbies. They'll come, hey, this Barbie's naked. Put her in some new clothes. That's what I feel like when I'm putting figure clothing on. But, it's what you got to do as a dad. It's what you got to do as a figure collector. An elite figure collector. Very cool. I almost like it better without the jacket, which seems kind of strange. I don't know. I wouldn't mind getting his basic with that Scarlet. As we know, there's two Scarlets. There's the Chase and the regular in that basic line. Almost makes me want to get that basic Kross figure. I'll dress him up with this jacket, turn him to be more of an elite type figure with the jacket, and keep this one the way it is with no jacket on and all the tattoo work showing. Because I hate covering up that tattoo work. Man, that is pretty cool. Got to admit, a very, very solid first time in the line figure. It's weird. Usually the soft goods make a figure better. I feel like in this case, this one feels a little worse with the soft goods. Very strange. I don't know if I've ever felt that way before, but I think he does look better without the soft goods. But there he is. I almost said Killer Kross. Karrion Kross, first time in the line. Just missing that Scarlet Basic would be perfect to go next to him right now, but got to wait another month or so and we'll have that one. Hopefully through the door, we'll talk about it. We'll put that as part of a basic review one of these days. So there it is, first time in the line, Karrion Kross. Doesn't get much better than this. I love tattooed wrestlers like this. I love first time in the line guys, and I like guys that I like. I actually like their career and stuff like that, so it's a little extra love for this one for me, and I got to think he's going to be towards the top when we rank him at the end. So there it is, Mattel Elite 85, Karrion Kross. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we continue our unboxings of WWE Mattel Elite Series 85, and today we're looking at Becky Lynch. One of the most, if not the most, popular female performer of all time, female wrestler of all time. You guys tell me in the comments. I don't know, what do you think? Is she the most popular of all time? Got to be up there. I don't know. For me, it's got to be maybe Trish Stratus, I would have to think, but we'll see what happens. Becky's story, we'll call it a story. Becky's story is probably not done. As we all know, she just recently left, had a child with Seth Rollins, threatening to come back. Nobody really knows when, but I'm sure she'll come back for at least one more run. You'd have to think she will. There's too much money on the table, as one might say. But we'll see what the future holds. But today I know what the future holds. We're going to unbox her latest Elite figure. I do find this one a little bit strange being in the line. It seems like she's been gone a long time. Has she been gone almost a year at this point, I want to say? It could be already a year. I can't even remember. Time, we always talk about it with COVID. Time I have no track of anymore. Somehow I lost it. But it's got to be coming up a year, or it's past a year at this point. It's probably past a year. I'd have to think. It's past a year. I don't know. Anyways, for one reason or another, she hasn't been around. So personally, I would have rather seen a different figure in this line. Pick another deserving female that hasn't had a figure yet. Go down to NXT. Give us an Ember Moon. You know, a new Ember Moon figure would have been good in this one. But I think they're saying, hey, we need some more star power, some female star power. Let's throw Becky Lynch in here. It is what it is. I think some people like it. Some people like me would have preferred an Ember Moon figure. You guys can tell me once again in the comments what you would have preferred. It just seems kind of strange with her being gone so long to be in this line. I don't know. But we're going to do it like we normally do it. We're going to take a look at the packaging first. We're going to talk about it. Then we're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. And we'll see where it goes from there. So there's old Becky Lynch. You got her name down at the bottom by my hand here. Mattel logo, WWE Elite. Certified authentic. No bootleg here. Then you got Becky's little glamour shot there. You got a little True FX. You got Becky in there, extra set of hands, title belt, Money in the Bank, WWE logo at the top, Elite 85 logo at the top. And as if I mentioned or forgot to mention, I did pick these up at ringsidecollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%, hot off the truck. There's that old glamour shot once again. And then there's Becky walking to the ring with the Elite logo down below her. And let's see what it's got on the old back. So we got the whole Elite 85 crew down on the bottom. Got a little talking points about Becky. We'll read that here shortly. Got her name in the big font up top, Elite, and then WWE 85 logo up there as well. So there it is, the back of Becky Lynch. Let's see what it says about old Rebecca Lynch. From Dublin, Ireland, finish her, the disarm her. Height 5'6", 1.68 meters, about 6.8 meters taller than your average Jawa. Career highlights: Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, 2019 Royal Rumble match winner. After defeating Shayna Baszler at WrestleMania 36, the man forfeited her title to the Money in the Bank winner, Asuka. So I guess we're about at a year. It's about right at a year. Gosh, I don't know. It just seems like yesterday, seems like forever ago. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, there it is. Looking at this one right off the bat, the head scan looks very familiar. We have seen this head scan before. However, the hair piece looks a little different. That seems kind of strange, but that's the way I'm seeing things right now. Very cool to get the white Money in the Bank briefcase, the female Money in the Bank briefcase. I believe the only time we ever got this one in the past was Fan Central exclusive. That was basically a Walmart exclusive for all intents and purposes, and that was with Carmella. So it's cool for those that are missing that or need that. Here it is here. If you got a Carmella loose back in the day and didn't have the briefcase, now's your chance. You can buy another one of these. Flip Becky, get that, and your accessories are complete again. I think that's the only time that's been released. But all right, let's open it up. Let's see what's doing in here. So we got that blue and white background. We're used to that. We like it. We love it. We want more of it. See you later. Get out of here. Becky Lynch in the old plastic prison. Here she is. You're going to have to cut her out. They're doing a lot of rubber bands these days with Mattel, trying to keep up with the Joneses, I guess. Got two extra hands. We got two fist hands. I might have Becky be just all fisted out. I might display her with just fists ablazing, ready to go, ready to throw down. Pop her out here. See you later. Rubber bands, get out of here. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. I see something new here. I spy with my little eye, if I can get this rubber band off. So I wasn't sure who else might have the pinless joints. It looks like... So Becky has pinless arm joints, not leg joints, but arm joints. So that is something new. Have we had pinless joints on a female? I don't believe so. I think this is the first go around. I like it. It really makes these female figures look better because, as we all know, the females have smaller arms, and just the pins stick out to my eyes better on a female figure. I like this. Pinless joints. There you go. So a lot of range of motion in her hands here. I do hate this diaphragm joint here. Man, we got the loosey-goosey going on. You guys know how much I absolutely despise loose figures out of the package. Drives me absolutely nuts. Another little nitpick here, right below her shorts where she meets her thighs, totally different skin colors. I don't know if that'll pick up really well, but that is annoying, and you catch that right away when you look at that thigh crease right there. Totally different colors. Doesn't even make sense. Oh, she does have double-jointed legs as well. Not pinless, but double-jointed. It just looks a little bit sloppy. You know, these, I believe these are knee pads, and they're painted on, and then they go up above right into the legs a little bit. So it just looks a little sloppy on this one. There's really a lot of good with this figure and a lot of bad. And the bad is the paint transitions don't work really well. The thigh to the thigh split to her hip, I guess we'll call it. And then around the knees. Looks a little weird. And then her boots are a little boxy in the front. But the white lining and the piping on the boots does look very good. So they did get the paint there. There's a little bit of overspray as well on the forearm pads. I don't know what you call them on here. There's a little bit of overspray that you can see over into the... So the paint apps are a little rough on this one. And then, of course, the loose diaphragm is unfortunate. But I really like the arms. This could be the very best female-armed Mattel Elite figure we've gotten so far. The pinless joints really work tremendously on the female figures. So I like that a whole lot. We've seen this head scan before, like I talked about. I believe it's the same one. She had that basic maybe a year ago. This was the Chase basic here. I put a little third-party aftermarket shirt on her that I got. But yeah, that's the same face, but different hair. I think this is the first go-around on this hair. She's had some close ones. There's like a little knot, a little raised knot on some of the other ones. So I think this is brand new hair for Becky Lynch. So I like that a lot. At least they're giving us something different there. No paint problems on the chest. No paint problems on the back. So pretty solid there. No feet, ankle problems, which you sometimes run into with the female figures. Does she fit on a ringside collectible stand? I'm sure she does, as I talk about it all the time. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. Ringside collectible stands, the best on the market. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And the best thing is they work for everything under the sun. I like to use them for my Mattel Masters of the Universe, Masters of WWE Universes especially. They are the best stands for those. They also work for your Marvel Legends and your Star Wars Black Series figures. She does come with the Raw Women's title. We've seen the Raw Women's title before. There's really nothing new here, but it's always fun to get more titles. You guys know how it goes. Need that. The Money in the Bank briefcase. I love the white Money in the Bank briefcase the females have. I think it is a very solid. I believe this opens up, if I remember right. Yes, it does. Right, like so. It'd be cool if there was some kind of contract or something in there, but hey, make your own. Get your own printer out. Make your own contract. But there's that. Like I said, Carmella, I believe, was the only one we got this with prior. So if you're missing the accessory for your Carmella, you better buy one of these Becky Lynch's, and you can get that and be all locked in. I wonder if these hands fit in here. They do. Well, what do you know? That's something you could put in here. So if you don't want to lose Becky Lynch's hands, you can put them inside the briefcase. So that's kind of a neat feature. I kind of like that. Like I said, I think I'm going to display this one as Becky Lynch with two fists. I think she's going to be all two fists of fury on this one. I don't know. Once again, you guys know we're going to rank them all at the end. I don't foresee this one being at the top. I guess stranger things have happened, but I don't see her being at the top of my favorites from Elite 85. I really, really like the new arm system with the pinless joints. Very solid. I can't wait to see that continue. I think that's a game changer for you female figure collector fans out there. That makes the female figures look so much better. More meat to them is how it feels to me. But my issues remain. There's some paint overspray on this one. A little loose around the diaphragm. A little looser than I would like. So that's a little disappointing. But all in all, not terrible. Not terrible at all. Not the best Becky Lynch figure ever. I really do like that Ultimate Edition. Some people don't like that one. I like it. I like the extra heads on it. I think that's a very solid figure. But you guys can tell me in the comments, what is your favorite Becky Lynch Elite? Maybe it'll be this one. This one's not bad. It's got some problems. I think the next Becky Lynch we get might be the best Becky Lynch ever. So we'll see when that comes out. If they can get everything approved upon, especially with these new pinless joints, could be a game changer. So there it is. Elite 85 from Mattel, Becky Lynch. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we continue our WWE Mattel Elite Series 85 unboxings. As you know, I picked these up at ringsidecollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. But today we're talking about Liv Morgan, one of two females in Elite 85, which you don't see a lot of sets that have multiple females in them. So that's cool. Nod to you female figure collectors out there. Liv Morgan, no stranger to the Elite lineup. She was a Target Collector's Edition exclusive, a year and a half, 2 years ago, somewhere around that point, as of right now. Very, very hard to get figure at the time, and a very, very cool figure, and we'll compare those two here soon. But this Liv, she's in the regular set, which is good for her. Good for you guys that missed the Liv Elite back in the day, have another chance at her. The only problem with this figure is, talk about a short-lived gimmick. This thing lasted maybe 4 weeks of vignettes, maybe 1 week on Raw and 1 or 2 weeks on Raw, and that was it. And she was back to her old Riot Squad self. So truly a moment in time, Liv Morgan. That's the problem with the toy business a little bit. They get working on a figure. I'm sure they saw those vignettes at Mattel and said, holy cow, this is going to be a big one. This is going to be one of them game changers. We better get started on the figure right away. That's what they did. They got in too deep. They had the whole Bobby Lashley, Lana feud. I don't know how much time that was. Was that a 2-month window, maybe? Something like that. They were probably knee-deep in making the figure, and then it was canceled, everything, and here we are. We're stuck with that. That's just the way it goes. Things aren't as smooth sailing and fast and quick turnaround as a lot of people believe they are. But, once again, a cool moment in time figure, a cool-looking Liv Morgan figure. I like Liv Morgan a whole lot, and this figure looks very good. She also comes with the soft goods robe, which will be an interesting one. So let's do it like we normally do it. Let's take a look at the packaging. We'll talk about it. We'll unbox it. We'll talk about it. We'll compare it to the old Liv Morgan Elite, and we'll see where we go from there. So there she is, Liv Morgan down at the bottom. You can see it right there, Mattel Elite. Certified WWE Authentic. Don't buy it if you don't have that. Even though I hear in Canada they don't have that little certification seal. Probably something with kind of laws and governance and all kinds of stuff like that. True Effects logo, Elite 85, WWE up there. Then you got Liv in there. Of course, we got extra hands. You got to have those extra hands. And then you got the bathrobe. The bathrobe, the first time I saw this, when this was shown at, I don't remember what this was shown. I remember Liv was in the live video. Maybe it was a online Mattel announcement video, something like that. I thought of Bobby Heenan Weasel suit, Bobby Heenan from the Legends line Target exclusive. I was like, I wonder if they just chopped the tail off that Weasel suit and reused it. We'll find out very soon when we unbox this one. Like I said, a very cool looking figure in the package here. Liv's always looking good, so good for her. There's the side. There's a little glamour shot, a little pouty glamour shot. Not much like my 8th grade school picture. Very similar, I think, to this one, I believe. I think we had our hair the same style. I believe I gave that same pouty look. Yeah, it was great. We'll get that. We'll flash that up here. No, we won't. We won't do that. All right, there's a on the way to the ring glamour shot. Is this Riot Squad? Yeah, that's more Riot Squad look right there. So there's that. And then, of course, we get to the back. Elite 85 up top, Elite logo up top. You got Liv Morgan in the big font. You got that same glamour shot. You got a little tail of the tape we'll read. And then we got, let's see, the Undertaker and the whole rest of Elite 85 down below. All right, let's read the back here. Let's see what it says about old Liv Morgan. From Elmwood, New Jersey, her finisher, Oblivion. Oh, you see what we did there? Oblivion. I have no idea what that finisher is. I don't know if I've ever seen her hit it, and if she did, I didn't pay attention to it. It's not like the old Dr. Death Steve Williams backdrop driver. When you saw that thing coming, you knew the end was near. Height 5'3", 1.6 meters, which puts her about 6 meters above average Jawa for you following along my daily Star Wars videos. Liv Morgan is anything but typical. She had no choice but to destroy herself so the real Liv could emerge. Very, very strange. We talked about it a little bit. Her vignettes, all that stuff. Very cool. We are all wondering, where the heck's this going? What's this going to? What's this leading to? It didn't really go anywhere. It's like they ran out of steam right in the middle of those. So very interesting. But let's get down to it. Let's open it up. Let's see what's doing in here. Pulling it out. Got that blue background, which we're getting accustomed to. I like it, though. I love blue. I always think that blue and white pops, especially with the light into the packaging. See you later. All right. I don't see any paint application issues. Nothing screams we got issues right away here, so that's always nice. Nice to see. We are locked in, of course, but let me do the old plastic prison shot first. There she is, locked in the plastic prison. Then the million-dollar question is, do you display her just plain, or you display her with the bathrobe on? Oh, decisions, the tough decisions. All right, let's get her out of here. See what's doing. Some say you only live once. See what I did there? How many puns can we get in this video? Oblivion, see you later. Live once, see you later. So this is like the Weasel suit, kind of a same type material, but not the same at all. This is truly a bathrobe. You could also use this as an entrance robe, I'm sure, you know, for your Rocky figure fed. But very cool. It's got a little Velcro to hold it together. Not too shabby. You know, I could see people wanting these for different reasons. You know, fig fed people and picture photography people, I could see getting a few of these. And, you know, you got a sauna scene with some of the wrestlers. You know, they're all sitting there in the bath. They're getting their spas done. Day off of a WWE wrestler. I can see somebody doing it right now. Got two hands here. You know me, I don't get too worked up about the hands too much. Liv Morgan isn't one that has dynamic hand poses that she needs a bunch of different hands for. Those are the times I like to get different hands. When guys do, you know, certain symbols and certain logos and certain hand gestures, those are the times I want the extra hands. I guess it's nice to get an extra hand. I feel like we should always have an extra hand of open hand and closed-fisted hands. And then if we're going to have more hands after that, it has to be signature poses. Nothing grinds my gears more than when they throw in 10 sets of hands on somebody that doesn't have any hand gestures. Save that money. Put that somewhere else. We got enough hands. We don't need any more. More plastic. All right, old Liv. No pinless joints on this one. As we talked about, Bray Wyatt came with pinless joints in this set, so... Liv is not in that same case, but Liv, these arms feel different to me. I don't know what feels different about them. They're very, very small arms. Even the hands being smaller than a male hand, of course, these hands do feel a little big. They feel a little large in comparison to her arms, which is very interesting. No paint application issues here. You guys know me, I love black. I'm like a young Johnny Cash. I'm the man in black, and I love all black outfits on figures, female or male. I always think they look good, and this one looks really good, especially with her blonde hair and the blonde kind of setting that off. Really striking look. This is a very, very solid figure. You know, honestly, Liv Morgan's never had a bad figure. She's had 3 figures so far. She has a basic, which very well could be her best figure ever, with the pink hair. And then, of course, we had the Elite in the past. Got that one right here. This was the Target exclusive a while back. A very solid figure. I mean, a very one. She's toyetic, some would say. They've done a very, very great job. Very great job. Very good job on the Liv Morgan figures. Does she fit on a Ringside Collectibles stand? Of course she does. Ringside Collectibles, the best stands in the game. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. But I like this one. I like it a whole lot. Got her proportions extremely, very well proportionate for Liv. She's small, 5'3". She needs to be a small figure. It's funny, her other Elite is a little taller, just a hair. They did really thicken up her legs compared to her past Elite. I did notice that, just looking at the two side by side. I don't know. Very cool. This one's got more of the smiling Liv. When I think of Liv Morgan, I think of more of the smiling face, where this got more of the really no expression. Like, what is she planning? What is going on here face is what this Liv Morgan has. She's got the gun hands. Did she ever use the gun hands? We talked about the hands a little earlier. I don't recall her ever using the gun hands. Maybe she did. Or maybe she started to. I don't know. It was such a brief moment in time, but I guess they just said, hey, we got to give her some hands. Let's throw in those gun hands. Those are always good for a female. So there it is. That's what they gave her. But I like this one. This one is better than anticipated. We say it all the time. Whenever it's better than anticipated, that's really good. Because I always have high hopes for every Elite set. I'm always excited for every Elite set. And this is one of my favorite female figures so far in 2021. So who will top it? Maybe Becky Lynch in the same set will. I don't know. We'll see at the very end of the video. The end of the week, I will put all these videos together. And then at the end, as a bonus, I put a little my ranking in order of my favorite to least favorite. And we'll see where Liv fits in this one. Right now, she's got to be somewhere towards the top. But we'll see. Once all the dust settles and once it's all said and done, we'll rank them all at the end. And we'll let you guys know. And we'll figure out who our favorite is. But a very solid Liv Morgan. Even if the gimmick didn't last very long, it is a moment in time. I can see some people buying this just for a Liv Morgan. You could also customize this up. If you're one of those people that likes to buy aftermarket stuff, I'm sure you could buy some Riot Squad kind of jackets and gear, and you could put a little flavor on this, and you could turn it into Riot Squad. For me, I got to decide. I'm not sure if I'm going to display her in the bathrobe or not. Right now I'm leaning towards, yeah, I'll probably keep her in the bathrobe. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go back and forth. Maybe on a whim I'll change it back. But you guys tell me in the comments. Bathrobe, no bathrobe. What are your thoughts on this one? You guys let me know. So there it is. Elite 85 from Mattel, Liv Morgan. Welcome everyone. Kyle here and welcome back to the channel for Mattel Elite Series 85 unboxing of Bray Wyatt. Fresh, hot off the truck via Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code KYLE. Save yourself 10% as these are just starting to ship now from Ringside. Should be out in the stores in a couple months. You guys know how it works by this point in time. So we're going to do it like we normally do it. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We might even compare it to the old Bray Wyatt. I think we will. So let's look at the packaging first on Bray Wyatt Elite 85. There it is. Getting used to this new packaging. I don't know about you guys. Obviously, this is the new packaging for 2021. Not terribly different. Just that ugly little seal of approval down there is really the only, I don't know, big time change that really catches your eye for me. The certified authentic. Don't want to confuse anybody out there. We got Bray Wyatt down here. Mattel Elite logo there. Nice glamour shot right here. True Effects logo. Of course, the figure, extra hands. Looks like we got Huskus the Pig Boy in here. He's making his first appearance in the line. WWE logo, Elite 85 right there. On the side, we got the very familiar at this point Bray Wyatt glamour shot. We've seen this one before. And I really like this one. You know, he's coming in the door. I think that's a pretty cool one right there. Elite logo down below. Nothing really fun down here. Just warnings as usual. And then, of course, you got the back. And, of course, you got the whole Elite 85 lineup. Be interesting to see how solid of a lineup this is. We'll unbox them all on the channel like we always do. You got the tail of the tape, all that kind of fun stuff. We'll read through here. And then you got Bray Wyatt, the same picture on the side of his glamour shot. You got his name, and at the very top, you got the Elite logo and Elite 85 in the other corner. So there it is. Holy cow, stop the presses. I got way ahead of myself. I forgot to read the back of Bray Wyatt. We got to read the back of the card or else the review is not official. It is disqualified and thrown out in the review space. Let's read Bray Wyatt. From parts unknown, beautiful this time of year, home of the Ultimate Warrior. Head there, call your local travel agency. Weight 285 pounds, 6'3". Career highlights, Universal Champion, WWE Champion, Raw Tag Team Champion. Yowie wowie, boys and girls. When you join Bray Wyatt and his friends like Huskus the Pig Boy, the fun never, ever ends. All you have to do is let him in. And see you later for the second time. First impressions when I look at this one, I don't see any paint problems, which is good. I see a little bit of stress on the plastic around his ab crunch. I'm going to have to check that out. That could be bad. It looks, I don't know. Something looks amiss with the ab crunch, so I'm going to get into that when we open it up, so we'll see. Face scan looks good. No wonky eyes, no mistakes there. Huskus the Pig Boy, I think, just stands there. As we guys know, the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Bray Wyatt Funhouse pack came with all the characters. It did not come with Huskus. Those were all puppets. He looks like he's just a small little figure, so we'll investigate that as well. So I see everything here. That seems about right, so let's unbox it. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to the reason we're really here. Let's see what's going on. Got that familiar background we're used to. Kind of a blue crowd shot. Very cool. There it is. See you later. Alright, how about a little plastic prison? We got 2 extra sets of hands. Gloved hands come on him. There it is right there. Alright, now let me get the old trusty knife out. Scissors. I'll go scissors. We'll go scissors this time. A little safer here. He's all kinds of locked in here. Alright. Pull out Huskus. Pull out the hands. The hands are cool. At least they're both not gloved pairs. We got at least a set that's regular. I think I do prefer the gloved hands. I don't know about you guys. Let's see. There it is. Jeez, a lot of noise. See you later. Get out of here. Plastic there. All right. Let's get down to it. Let's see what's doing here. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, that's... I don't know if I got a bad one here, but we got a weird ab crunch. It almost looks like he's wearing a hoodie that has pockets right here. That's what it looks like. It's got a very strange kind of gap around there, not closed very well at all. Almost looks like his back's on reverse. I don't know. That's weird. I mean, it almost looks like his torso's on backwards. I don't know if that's an error, if it's just supposed to be that way. It just does not look right. I don't know. Investigate that ab crunch there. A little loose, wobbly there too. But it almost looks like he's backwards. I don't know. Somebody else got this one. Take a look. See if that's how yours looks. Is it the same? Does it have the wrinkles on the back? I almost think he's backwards. I don't know. Huh. Well, we'll compare it to the other Bray Wyatt. I got to think they used a lot of reuse from that one, so I can kind of compare to that. The head is fantastic. The head on this one, absolutely fantastic. Like I said, no problems with the eyes. Good beard. I like the little knot for his hair up there. I even got the tattoo on his neck. I just can't get around this ab crunch. Something's just crazy. It looks weird. Got the hurt heel hands, of course, with the gloves. We like that a lot. The big thing we do not like about this is this orange. These orange pants. I don't recall him wearing that. If he did, maybe it was one time. It just looks weird. But really good head. I like the hands. I like what we're going for, but to me, this is a little bit of a miss with the color pattern and everything else. But the big thing about this figure, this is the first step of Mattel Elite line going into the future, going to what Hasbro does with pinless joints. Pinless joints are all the rage right now. If you're collecting Marvel Legends, we're seeing it more and more with the Miles Morales figure recently. G.I. Joe Classified, we saw it with Zartan. Pinless joints, taking out that pin, making it look less like a toy, more like a statue, kind of. But he does have the pinless joints and double jointed arms. So that is going to be a game changer for fig photographers out there and people that really like doing dynamic poses. You'll be able to get into a lot more poses with the double joints, and then just no pins. So there's no pins in that arm. Usually there's a pin there. Same on the legs. Usually there's a pin. It's much cleaner, looks a lot cleaner, much better. I really do like the pinless joint system. Occasionally they felt a little weak, but they feel strong enough here. The double jointed elbow is really cool. I mean, we don't get that on wrestling figures. And if you think about it, your wrestling figures really should be some of the most articulated figures out there. You just have the problem if you get too much articulation, sometimes they get loosey and they're dangling around and it's just a little too hard to play. So it's finding that quick line between too much articulation where it's wobbly mess to just right. This seems to be just right. Even on the knees, we got a double articulation on the back. See, the old trick every reviewer does, can he kick his own butt? And there he is, right there. So you don't see that in Mattel, so I think that's a wave of what's to come in the future. I don't know if they'll use it for every figure. It's going to take them a while to get some of the molds down, all that kind of stuff. But it is a pretty solid articulation as far as all that goes. I just can't get around this ab crunch. It just seems weird to me. Ringside collectible stands. Get them while you can. Hottest deal in the stand game. You guys know me. I love the stands. Fits on there like a glove. Let's take a look at old Huskus. Okay, Huskus is a puppet, just like the other ones, just done a little bit differently. He's got a little hole up the back of his shirt. You can put his hands in there. If you guys remember, you take the hands off Bray Wyatt, stick it just like that, and bam, you got yourself a puppet. And it fits right in there with the hand not in there. So that's cool. Now we got all the puppets. That's a really smart trick on Mattel's part, is this is the puppet everybody was missing from that other set. Makes people that maybe didn't want another Bray Wyatt pick him up because, hey, I need Huskus. I need to complete all the puppets. Very, very smart marketing right there. Let's compare that to the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt. And it is a totally different ab crunch and everything, so I can't really compare any of that stuff, unfortunately. I don't know. It just feels like my torsos are backwards on this one. I don't know. I'm going to have to see somebody else's review. Somebody else is going to have to show some pictures of it. But what do we like better between the two? I don't know. They both have their issues, that's for sure. This one, very small. The Firefly Funhouse. Go back, check out my review on that if you're interested. Very, very small on this one. I always thought he was just too short. Just, something's off. I did, as you guys know in that review, I got a third-party coat jacket to put over this one, class it up a little bit, make it kind of the figure we want it to be. That helped that figure a lot. But both of these aren't super solid figures. I love the new joint system, the new pinless joints. That's fun. It's cool to have on this one. But everything else is kind of lacking a little bit. Is it the same head scan? Yeah, it looks pretty much the same. Hair's the same. Just a little color variant, shades difference. But besides that, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going on there. I don't know. Definitely not going to be my favorite of the whole set of 85. I like what they're doing. I like the pinless joints. I'm interested to see where that goes in the future because that makes your figures have a much cleaner look. So I think a lot of people will love that change once it's fully implemented across all the characters and every single line. I don't know when that's going to happen. Maybe down the future. I guess time will tell. Maybe we'll find out more here in a couple of weeks. But to me, really getting this one for Huskus, that's the main reason I think to buy this one. Everything else is, just is what it is. Not my favorite. I don't think when we rank all the videos, at the very end of the week, after we do all the reviews, I'll put them all together in one video and I put my ranking at the end. I don't foresee this one, as of right now, ranking really high. We'll see how it goes in that video, but I just don't see that happening. Interesting figure, a solid attempt. I like we got the extra puppet, but besides that, not a lot here I'm looking for. You guys can tell me in the comments if you agree with that or if you got some other opinions. And I'd love to know about your guys' ab crunch. Do you kind of have a weird ab crunch on this one? Hopefully everybody has this. Hopefully I just didn't get a dud. Then I'm going to have to reach out to Mattel, but you guys tell me in the comments. So there it is, Elite 85 Bray Wyatt. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we continue our unboxings of Mattel WWE Elite Series 85. And today we're taking a look at one of my current favorite wrestlers that are wrestling currently, kind of, WWE's Aleister Black. Aleister Black and I, of course, fast friends after we met one time. My daughter was there and we talked to her, but Aleister and I really hit it off. I said, Aleister, what do you think about Boss Rutan? That's all it took. He gave me a big hug and said, Boss Rutan, he's my countryman. He's the greatest fighter of all time. Nobody will top Boss Rutan. And I couldn't disagree because he's exactly right. So we talked a little Boss Rutan. Then we started talking a little heavy metal. We're like brothers from another mother, old Aleister Black and I. Fast friends, best friends. But where is Aleister Black on WWE programming? Will this be the final Aleister Black figure we ever get? Is he leaving the WWE? I hope not, but maybe I hope so. Maybe he'll be used better somewhere else. Who knows what's going on with him? As he's basically sitting at home, it seems like. We know his wife, Zelina Vega, was let go. She's, who knows where she's going to end up. Speaking of Zelina Vega, we will see her figure one of these days, as she will be a collector's edition, I believe a Target exclusive in Elite 84. Some of the people in the UK and Canada have that figure right now. I don't have Zelina Vega yet, so hopefully soon. Anybody's got any hookups, let me know. I'm definitely not paying 90 bucks for that one. I'll be able to find 50 of them at the store for 20. But if somebody's got a deal, you know what they say, got to get a deal. Got to get that Zelina Vega Elite 84, I believe it is, collector's edition. But we're here to talk about Aleister Black today. We're going to do it like we normally do it. We're going to take a look at the box, talk about it a little bit, unbox it, talk about it a little bit, and we'll compare it to the prior Aleister Black figure in the Elite lineup. So without any further ado, let's take a look at the packaging on Elite Aleister Black. Got his name down below, got the Mattel logo, Elite. There's a beautiful glamour shot, looking only like he can look, as some would say. Certified authentic right here. Then you got Aleister in there. That is a next level game changer coat. I believe that's from WrestleMania last year, possibly. Maybe. And then he's got extra hands. Got the figure, of course, WWE Elite logo up there, and you got Elite 85 logo at the top. How about that glamour shot? Boy, that's a stern look. He didn't give me that look. He gave me the most friendly smile you'd ever see. And there's a little in-ring picture of him wearing the jacket. And you got the back, of course. A little blurb there. We'll read that. You got Aleister Black in big font. You got the 85 logo up there. You got Elite logo. And you got the rest of Elite 85 down below, which we're unboxing every single one on the channel. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss an unboxing. Let's see what it says about my old friend Aleister Black. From Amsterdam, Holland, 215 pounds, 5'11". His career highlights: NXT champion, 2019 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winner, and once had breakfast with Kyle Peterson. What? On the back of the box? Thank you, Mattel. Very nice of you guys. The Dutch Destroyer delivered a black mass to defeat Bobby Lashley in a swift and sudden fashion at WrestleMania 36. Boy, it just seems like 100,000 years ago. And Bobby Lashley main eventing, or one of the main events of this year's WrestleMania, and just 1 year ago, getting beat by Aleister Black. So, in my mind, Aleister Black should be the WWE champion. That was a missed opportunity. That's what needs to happen. All seriousness, I hope he gets back on TV soon. Like I said, I don't have a ton of favorite current day wrestlers. It's not like the 80s and 90s when I was living life as a major wrestling fan. I still to this day watch every wrestling show. Can you believe that? How do I find the time? I'd have to be lying if I said I didn't fast forward from time to time. But out of everybody that wrestles currently, Aleister Black's right at the top of my list. So I hope I get to see more Aleister Black in the ring, but I hope I get to see more figures down the line because the man's toyetic. This is what I love in toys. Anyways, let's get to it. Let's unbox it. Let's see what's going on here. This one's going to be cool. There it is. A cool blue background there. See you later. Off to the side. Got the old scissors out for this one. He's already broken. His plastic already coming out, but we got him in the old plastic prison. There it is. All right, let's pop him out. We got some hands. Comes double-fisted. He's ready to fight like a young Boss Ruka. There it is. Now, let's see here. How do I cut this without cutting my fingers off? It's always delicate. Everybody needs their fingers. There it is. See you later. Through the uprights. Man, this is next level not soft goods, plastic goods jacket here. The horns on there just scream heavy metal. We're thinking a little death metal. Him and I, we agree on some heavy metal. He's a little bit more death metal, what am I thinking? Black metal, there we go. He's leaning a little more towards the black metal end. Obviously from Holland, that kind of Norwegian black metal scene out that way. You know me. I'm a new wave British heavy metal guy. Witchfinder General. Check out Witchfinder General. One of the greatest new wave British heavy metal albums of all time. Or bands of all time. Great album covers too. Gotta love their album covers. But love them. But, he's more of a Norwegian black metal type fan. I'm more of a new wave British heavy metal fan. We meet in the middle. We got to. We meet in the middle with the Iron Maidens, the Saxons, the Witchfinder Generals, the Demons, and all the others out there. I mean, I could go on for days about new wave British heavy metal. Anyways, there's the jacket. How cool is this? Just dark, menacing. It's too bad Aleister Black didn't come few years before, or Undertaker didn't come a few years later, because that would have been a pretty cool matchup. A big height difference between the two, but been an awesome matchup. Two really dark guys. Maybe they'd be a team for a while. Maybe they'd feud. I think there would be something there, but, as it goes, ships in the night. There's the back of that jacket. Very, very solid. This one should be easier to get on, too, because there's no arms on this one, so it should just theoretically slide right through. Now we got the old Aleister Black figure. I say it all the time. What do I like? Big wrestlers. He doesn't really check that box. Masked wrestlers definitely doesn't check that box. Face-painted wrestler doesn't check that box. But he does check the box of the newest edition, colorful tattoos that really pop. Like the tattoo work on these Aleisters. Man, that has got to be some work by the Mattel team, getting those just right. Playing around with the copyrights, all that kind of fun stuff. I mean, it does not get too much crazier than this when you're talking tattoos. I mean, that back tattoo is next level on him. I believe this head scan we've seen before. It might be a little lightened or darkened up from the other one. We'll compare them very soon. But man, the color on this one is fantastic. I don't see any messed up lines. Look at the back of those trunks. I was talking about the Norwegian death metal, Norwegian black metal, actually. That's one thing. It's a joke. It's one of the funniest jokes in heavy metal. It's so old at this point. But, what is this? Is this a somebody spilled paint on the floor, or is this actually a metal band's logo? And that's kind of what you could say about the tights there. I don't know if that's supposed to say something. That's just the way it goes. Or does that say black mass, kind of? I don't know. In true Norwegian black metal fashion, you can't read the logo. Is this a band or is this paint spilled on the floor? We're not sure. But I still love this figure. I love it. Like I said, he's one of my absolute favorites. I love the different leg textures on the boots. He's got one boot that's kind of spiky and everything, knee pad spiky, and then regular on the others. I mean, this is a cool toy. This is something that catches your eye on the pegs. If you're a little kid, what the heck is that? I want that one. I know that's what I would do if I was a little kid. See how hard it is to get this jacket on him. I don't think it's going to be as easy as I would like. Actually, very easy. I love it. Thank you, Mattel. Sometimes these Polly Pocket type jackets and coats and stuff are very hard to get the figure into. Not on this day. Very cool. Very, very cool. I don't know. It's tough, though. He comes with a lot of cool jackets in his other figures as well, and I've got jackets on all of them. It just hides his tattoo work, which you don't want to hide that either, so I don't know. He does, of course, fit on a ringside collectible stand. I say it all the time. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. Ringside collectible stands right here. They do have a WrestleMania sale going on this week. I have to think that's going to be over soon. But 10-pack of stands for $249. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Printing money. Saving money. That's what you got to do. Love this figure. Absolutely love it. We're going to rank them at the end like we always do. This one's probably going to be towards, not probably anything. It's going to be on the top of my list. Love Aleister Black. Love the tattoos. Love the detail on this one. Very cool figure. Here's his last Elite figure. He did have an NXT figure as well. That was okay. It was a great first representation of Aleister Black, but this one took it to the next level. I love this one too. Very spiky, cool jacket. Something, you know, one of the guys from Guar would be wearing. Not Odorous, of course, but one of the other guys, maybe. Very cool. You can't go wrong with an Aleister Black figure. For me especially, me being such a big fan of Aleister Black, even the tattoo work on the extra hands, love it. I just love all the work they put into Aleister Black figures, and I hope this isn't the last Elite Aleister Black we're going to see. If we do see another Aleister Black, let's say he returns after WrestleMania, you're looking at about a year probably till we get the next figure, and that's unfortunate. So if you don't have an Aleister Black figure in your collection, this is definitely going to be the best one so far. So pick this up. By all means, pick this up, because we might not get another one. And who knows, maybe he'll go to AEW, maybe he'll go to Impact, maybe he'll go to Japan, maybe he'll go back to the Indies. Who knows? So who knows when your next chance for an Aleister Black figure could happen. For some reason, I just don't feel good that we're going to get another Mattel Elite. I don't know. Something's in the air. I don't know anything more than that, but I hope we see many, many more Aleister Black figures through the next dozen years, let's call it, into the Classics line and everything else we're going to get one of these days. So there it is, Elite 85, one of my all-time, not all-time favorites, but one of my most favorite current wrestlers. We're talking Aleister Black Elite 85. All right, we've come to the end, our favorite part. We're going to rack and stack WWE Mattel Elite Series 85. Who's my favorite? Who's my least favorite? And we'll wrap this whole video up in a nice little bow. All right, we got to start off with my favorite, and I think you guys that watched all these, you probably know where I was headed. A little closer than I thought. We're going to talk about that as we get through this. But number one for me has to be Aleister Black. My favorite, if not, probably my favorite. We'll call it my favorite. As of right now, my favorite current wrestler in the WWE right now, Aleister Black. Very toyetic. Love the look. Love the jacket. Love the tattoos. Just an extremely solid figure for Aleister Black. Could possibly be the last Aleister Black figure we get. I don't know if that's true or not. But if it is, he went out on top. Went out with a solid figure. Absolutely love that one. So Aleister Black gets the number one spot in Elite 85. Number two might surprise some people. But The Undertaker. You guys know we talk about my Undertaker thoughts all the time. But this one's awesome. It's a big figure. All dressed in black. Final appearance. Very toyetic. This is a great figure that I think will hold its value down the line, being the final match of The Undertaker, if that sticks. Very cool figure, very solid execution. Like this one a whole lot. A very, very solid figure. Number three, maybe surprises people. People might have thought this one's a little bit higher, but old Karrion Kross. First time in the line, WWE Elite, NXT Superstar. Very cool. An amazing head scan on this one. Absolutely love it. Love the tattoo work on this figure. We know we're going to get more Karrion Krosses down the line. I think there's going to be a lot of big things for him in the future. Soft goods jackets. Normally I absolutely love the soft good jacket. For once I'm torn. I feel like I should display him without the soft good jacket. And like I said in the unboxing, possibly I might pick up his basic and put the coat on the basic. We'll see. Stay tuned for more on that. That might be my plan down the line. And then number 4, maybe a bit of a sleeper one too. Liv Morgan, A Moment in Time. This gimmick didn't really go anywhere for more than, let's say, 2 months. That might be generous. But I really do like this one. I like that soft goods robe. Not sure if I'll put that on her or not when I display her. But I like this figure a whole lot. A very solid figure. Liv's always a very toyetic looking figure. The black with the whitish blonde hair really makes this one pop. Like this figure a lot. But then at the very end, things get very dicey. And you could really move these two either way for me. I'm kind of torn. But as of right now, this is how I'm going to rank it. But you could easily ask me in an hour. I might just flip these two. These two really missed the mark for me. Bray Wyatt, these orange pants, and then the ab crunch being really weird. I almost feel like my ab crunch is on backwards. It looks like he's reversed. I don't know if that's the case. I'll have to investigate a little bit more on that one. The one saving grace of this figure, I guess, is the Huskus, the pig boy puppet, which we needed. So you're kind of buying it for the puppet unless you're a completist like me that need every single one. I don't know. Just bad execution on this one. Very interesting, though, with the first pinless joint system. So that is something to note. If, you know, in the annals of history, they say, what was the first pinless joint figure? You can look at this Bray Wyatt. It was this terrible Bray Wyatt figure. I don't know. Not terrible, but definitely not the best Bray Wyatt figure. They've struggled with Bray Wyatt so far. The Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt was a little too short, missing the mark. There was a basic that was fairly well done, but at the end of the day, it's a basic. It's not what we want. I gotta think we need one more Bray Wyatt. Maybe we'll get an ultimate Bray Wyatt figure that'll come with all the puppets and everything one of these days. We kind of got that with that Firefly Funhouse, but I could see that possibly being a case down the line. Get all these puppets, maybe some other things going. Who knows? We'll see. How about a Firefly Funhouse 2-pack with Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss? Give everything. Give it all there. Put the swing set in there. You can do all kinds of stuff. Maybe that would be the way to go. We'll see, but a lot of new stuff here, but just didn't seem to meet the mark, which is funny because I do think the pinless joints is a game changer. I've loved him in the Legends. I've loved it in some of the other lines throughout the last few years. It's good to see them jumping on the bandwagon of that at Mattel. I think that'll take those figures to the next level once they get all the bugs figured out and we get every figure in the line that way. Speaking of pinless joints, then you're looking at Becky Lynch. Amazing with these pinless joints for a female figure. It is truly a game changer. As we all know, the females have a little smaller arms. Looks amazing with the pinless joint system. That being said, we've had a lot of Becky Lynches. Didn't really need another Becky Lynch. She's probably the cheapest one to make in this set, possibly. I don't know. But because the reuse of the head, we've had that head before. I think the hair maybe is a little different. We did get accessories like the Money in the Bank, which people might have needed because they didn't have that Carmella. We did get an extra title, which is always good. But some paint overspray, and then the thigh and the gap here, looking, the paint just not matching. It just doesn't do a lot for me. And even if this was a perfect figure, I'm not sure if Becky Lynch would have held a candle to some of the top guys. I think if they could have got the overspray better, maybe a new head sculpt, maybe not the looseness in the stomach ab crunch, she might be up here with Liv, maybe possibly past Liv. But that's just my opinion. But you guys need to give me your opinion. Rank this whole line. What do you think? Are you picking up this line? Are you picking up Elite 85? Very solid set as a whole. You know, all the first 4 right here, must-haves to me. Must-haves. I can see a lot of people skipping on this Bray Wyatt or playing the long game on it to maybe get Huskus. Becky Lynch, maybe if you're a big Becky Lynch fan, you want this, but we've had so many Becky Lynches over the years. I could see this one being the peg warmer of the bunch. That's my opinion, but you guys tell me your opinion. Let me know on your thoughts on this. A very solid set and one of the best sets in a long time from Mattel, so I'm very excited to have this set in the rotation, in the Elite collection. As you know, I got them all. I've compared them all, I look at them all, I talk about them all. I like this set. I don't know if it's my favorite set of all time. That would be a stretch, but for the most recent sets, very solid, very highly recommended. I recommend you go to ringsidecollectibles.com, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% and pick these up. Pick up some stands as well. You guys know how I feel about these stands. Give me your comments. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, at _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. All kinds of stuff going on the Instagram and the Twitter every single day. Posting news, posting videos, posting figure hunt stuff. You name it, it's up there. So follow along, subscribe along. Don't miss any. As you guys know, we're unboxing every single WWE, basically every wrestling figure for that matter, on the channel, and you don't want to miss one. So hit that old notification bell. So for the whole WWE Mattel Elite 85 lineup, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.